Now some days the guitar just feels really easy, everything's working, but there are definitely times where it feels stiff, unfamiliar, even on an instrument you've played for years. And when that happens, it's so easy to lose confidence. That's exactly why I rely on this 5-minute warm-up. So we're going to look at 3 exercises. They begin from kind of a beginner to an advanced level. And let's just dive into exercise number 1. We're going to begin by warming up the picking hand. This first exercise is about physically adjusting to the guitar. Different guitars mean different neck shapes, different string spacing, different tension, and both hands need time to adjust. We're still working on string to string accuracy with the picking hand, but instead of just pure open strings, we're going to use chords to help keep the exercise sounding more musical and also gets the left hand involved too. Okay, so set yourself a slow tempo of 60 beats per minute. If you're a bit more advanced, you could definitely jump up to something like 80 to 100. But for the purposes of these exercises, I'm sticking at 60 beats per minute. We're using quarter notes and we're working with a C major chord to begin with. And what we're going to do is pick every string individually, strict alternate picking throughout. Listen carefully, any note that doesn't ring clean is useful feedback. It's not a mistake, just shows you something that you can work on. And a fret in hand reminder, fingers need to be just behind the fret. On top of the fret, just mutes the note, and if you go too far back, you end up creating buzz. Just jumping in here quickly. Now you may not need this, but if you're after a bit more support from these videos, I've got tabs and backing tracks on my Patreon page. I'll be uploading some material from previous videos, this one and everything moving forward. It's £3 a month, totally optional, but either way, thank you so much for being here. The link's in the description if you want it. Now this part matters more than anything else. Throughout the entire exercise, we're going to maintain that same picking angle. So as I move across the strings, I'm not going to rotate my wrist like this, but instead I'm going to keep my arm straight all the way from my elbow to my hand. This ensures that we maintain a consistent picking angle, which will give us a more consistent tone, but more importantly, over time, will remove tension and speed barriers. So I would suggest trying this every 2 strings, just dropping that arm. Let's take a C chord. We'll play the E and the A string. I'll drop my arm. Then I'll play the D and G string. I'll drop my arm again just a little bit and then play the B and the E string. And I'll do the same coming back down. That movement's so subtle, you probably can't even see the arm moving, but the whole time I'm keeping that picking angle nice and consistent. Now we're going to increase the rhythmic demand, not tempo. We're going to take a G chord and we're going to play 8th notes, so doubling up on each string. Now we're going to keep varying up the chords. We're going to take an E major this time. And we're going to approach this with a triplet rhythm. So that's 3 notes per count. It's a little bit different to the others because we're going to be approaching the E string with a downstroke. So that's a down, up, down. But the next string won't be with a downstroke, it will be with an upstroke. That's because we're trying to maintain a strict alternate picking pattern. So from the low E string we have down, up, down. A string is up, down, up. D string is down, up, down. G string up, down, up. B string down, up, down. Then E string up, down, up. And we do the same, working our way back down. Now this is a really good opportunity to make this exercise even more musical by using chords that you really enjoy listening to, or if you just want to be ultra efficient with your practice, you could just use chords that require some work. But for me, I'm going to be using this G major 7 at 9. It's one of my favorites at the moment. And we're going to be approaching this final part of the exercise by moving through the strings with 16th notes. That's 4 notes per count. Okay, so the picking hand is nice and warmed up. We can now move into exercise 2 where we start to wake up the fretting fingers.